Good morning. Grab your coffee. Do grab a kettlebell. We're doing MURPH Prep. The way I've been preparing is with kettlebells, weighting it down, but when you get to the day, you can lose the kettlebell if you want. Up to you. But yes, this is also an invitation to calm down Memorial Day. It's Monday, this is the 29th. We're gonna do it here at the Fix, 8 a.m. And I will be working that day, so if you break your body, I will adjust you afterwards. So 8 to 9, if you want to keep going, gym's gonna stay open. So you keep going. If you feel like you need to finish the MURPH, that's on you. It's very relaxed here. So I got a few friends coming, they're like, I'm ready, I'm gonna do the whole thing. It's you, man. If you want to put the vest on, and I'm not even gonna tell you what the MURPH is if you don't know, because I want to scare you. So I do want you to come out. So I'm gonna show you my warm-up for the MURPH, and you can continue this warm-up throughout. So a lot of us who don't want to do the full MURPH, we break it up, tiny little bites that we can digest more easily. So 20 rounds, instead of doing the whole crazy thing, you can break it up into 20 rounds. Even the run, I'm adding into each round, so it's even giving your muscles more time to recover. So I'm going to show you what one round looks like as a warm-up, and you could use this to break up. If you're getting tired from doing all the push-ups and the pull-ups, you can't do a pull-up, I'll show you some other options you can do. I do have some pull-up, some rings here, some exercise rings that we can use for our pull-ups. So that is the option. Those are tougher, but you're only doing 5. So in 20 rounds, you're breaking up in 20 rounds, you're only doing 5 of those, so that's not so hard. And if you can't, and we've also got some bands I've hooked up for a pull-up assist. If you can't do a pull-up, you can use the bands for a pull-up assist. But let's show you the warm-up. Nice, easy little workout today. Preparing for this, I've been doing, since this whole month I've been working on MURPH. Pull-ups and push-ups are my weakest points. So those, definitely want to start preparing for. You got some time left, so go ahead and start hitting it. And even if you can't do a single push-up, that's what we're going to go over today. So in 20 rounds, there's 15 squats. So even squats could be too much on the body. So this is how we're going to foundation training break it down. I've put together some videos on why I picked these. I'm not going to break them down in detail. That's what the foundation training site is for. I don't want to steal their intellectual property, but if I'm just doing them, it's okay. So we're going to do the FT get up. And you don't even have to do the FT get up. I'll show you 5 on, usually I'll do 5 on one side, 5 on the other, but I'll just do a couple. And then I'll show you the woodpecker version, if you will, that you can do without doing the knee bend. So it's one arm away from the same leg, big inhale, and the knee goes all the way down. So we're essentially getting a lunge or a one-legged squat, if you want to think about that. So a couple on the other side. Softly putting that knee down. So you can also just reach here, working on a hip hinge, sticking the butt out, hinging, coming back there. And that's what I'm trying to do every time before I let the knee go down, is not just here, but pulling that hip back, hinging, driving that hip back as I continue. Hinging the hip back, hinging, let the knee go down. So we really need a good, strong reach. 10 total, 5 each side. That doesn't count for your full 15, we gotta throw a few more in there. Founder, so you can change this up as you go. I don't care if you're narrow. We've been practicing these in our foundation training class. If you want more detail, come to the Thursday night class where I'm allowed to talk about foundation training more. Can't record that, sorry, can't put it online. That's what their site is for, but I can teach it in person. So breathing, hinging is the same exact movement, just with both legs. But putting just as much effort into it. Big strong hamstring stretch. Five of those, and then we're doing 6 surf squats. If you can't do a squat, hurts the knees, just do an extra 6 founders. You'll get to squats when you get to squats. So squats, turn the legs out, start from the side here. One hand is reminding me to keep my chest up as I squat and to bring the other hand and loop it right there, like you're on a surfboard. And you're coming up each time. Just allows you to work on hip mobility on one side over the other. Each hip's doing something a little different. Because let's face it, we're all a little twisted. So it's good to challenge one side over the other. We don't want to add strength to dysfunction. Doing 300 squats, and one side's working more than the other, you're going to add strength to dysfunction. So adding a couple rounds in like this could help you not feel like trash the next day. If you've ever done the MURPH before and felt like trash the next day, I certainly have. So that's your squat portion. Probably gonna take even longer than 15 squats. 15 squats can be pretty fast. Most people are just pounding through those. So probably even a little more intensive. The push-ups, not even really working the same muscles. We're just gonna do the 8-point plank. So some people are like, well, you're not really, I guess you're kind of doing the push-up, but it's not really the goal. It's just something to help the spine, work your body a little bit. It's not to exactly work the same muscles. If anything, you're kind of working more of your pull-up muscles, like your lats, eccentrically. So again, I'll link those videos down below, and there'll also be an event you can sign up for the MURPH too. So look out for that. Let me know if you're coming on Facebook. So 8-point plank. 8 points. Hands, elbows, knees, feet. Heads up. Doing 10 big breaths. Driving up. Squeezing the ground. That's your pull-up. You almost think of like you're doing a little T-Rex pull-up with your arms. Dragging your elbows towards your knees. So we'll fight for the full 10. I'll keep the ball rolling here. But 10 long breaths, really try to draw them out. So it should get a nice burn going in the abs too. Which push-up is great. It works a lot of different things. So it's hard to duplicate a push-up. The last one is our pull-up. And this one is a burner. But the third video, I'll talk about anchored back extension, going into prone decompression. So we're switching between those two to mirror our pull-up. So we are getting that lat engagement. If anything, I felt my shins on fire, which is good. I'm always working on those. So let's run through this one. We'll go ahead and start in prone decompression. So the feet are down, hips are wrapping and squeezing. Half sphere tension, you're pulling the head up like you're hanging from the pull-up bar. Pulling your head neck away from the ground. Feet are tucked in.
Take a big breath in. Breathing the belly away from the mat. Keep the wrists straight. As I pull the feet up. Elbows down, wrists locked. Tap the elbows to the ground. Elbows to your sides, then tap them to the ground. Then you inhale again. As you reach, the feet come down to the ground. You're hanging on the edge of a cliff. Take another breath. Pull the elbows back. Feet come up. This is your anchor back extension, by the way. Tapping. Again, go to foundation training. Details on how to do these. Oh, it just feels good. So I'm going to fight for the full 5. Oh, those 4 or 5. Oh, yeah. Feels good. Just opens up the spine as well. So yeah, pull up exactly? No. But will it help your back? Yes. So I'll just show you what that looks like because I need to work on my stuff anyways. Yeah, and you would do a run. If you can't run, we got jump rope, whatever you want to do to get that little cardio portion in. We're just running the parking lot. So is it going to equal? I was trying to math it out. It's pretty close to the 2-mile run. So everything's kind of being done together, really breaking it up. Heck, if you want to go run your mile, there's a nice trail somewhere back here. Good luck finding it, or a way to get to the trail without climbing up the mountain. You can go run that, or you can just, run through, do some jump rope. Say about 100 jumps is equivalent. Maybe the ankles aren't there either. We'll figure something out for it. So yeah, let's take it from the top. We'll start with the pull-ups. So we got our little rings here. I'm gonna put some grips on these, but for now, just ignore. Now we're just starting for the dead hang. Like those. So 5, then your 10 push-ups. I'd say switch this up, have fun with it, because 200 push-ups can get monotonous. So you can try different positions with your hands. Done. For the squats, I will be doing some sort of kettlebell squat. Remember, you are supposed to be doing all this stuff with the best push-ups. If you have a sandbag, bring it. If you want to add that to your back, if you really want to weight yourself. I consider that I naturally carry an extra 20 pounds, so I have an inbuilt vest. But for squats, I'm always working on strengthening the legs. So we could do a couple different things with squats. I'll show you a fun one I was doing the other day. Well, let's do the normal ones. So normal without weight, I would just try to do it with integrity, gives your body a break. I like that idea of lifting the toes, counterbalancing with the arms. Work through those. Your traditional traditional goblet squat is to bring the handle to the chest. Or you could do a back squat, which is a little more of a hinge. Looking down at the ground more. I like that handle right in the back of my skull because I can't hyperextend the neck. That kettlebell handle's there. Or even weighting one side. Do a couple on one side. Switch it to the other. That feels harder. Tells me I need to do more on that side. Oh. Oh. I actually just forgot about it until now, but I'm probably gonna do a few rounds. We did this yesterday, or Sunday, with my buddy Zach. As we did a little kettlebell MURPH, or kettlebell burpee. That I did the math on, which works a lot of similar muscles, and equates to about 1 round of this: 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, 15 squats. Take a little coffee break. So I'll quick show the fun squat, which you'll probably pump these out pretty fast if you can do it this way. But this is a great burn. So right up here. And you're gonna stay down the whole time. We do little hops. Hop left, hop right, hop back to the middle, hop back, hop forward, and you get your 15 this way. I think if you add a hop forward, equals out into 15. So there'll be 2 little cycles there. So I don't know if I have the shoulder range of motion, but we'll do the kettlebell burpee, and then we'll probably call it. That's enough information. I'll talk about the pull-up though. Another option. I do probably want to hang up a band just so you could do a lat pull down with the band. That also would work. So, I like this idea of a deficit push-up on one side here, driving that down. Going into our surf squat. So 1 foot on either side. So it's a little different than a normal burpee. So you're coming up at an angle. You're hinging the hips back to snatch, catching it in the squat. Lat pull down, cross it over. That's 1. Hinge the hips. Load the spine, snatch the bell, lat pull down, swing it over, repeat 10 times, that equals a round. So, we are working the lat, we snatch, you do the squat, catch it here. That lat is working. It's more of an eccentric load, but we are working it. Just like the 8-point plank is working it. You're getting your push-up. Essentially you're getting 1.5 squats. You could even say 2, but it works out. It's about 15. So you get your 10 push-ups, 15 squats. You get some shoulder workouts, some shoulder mobility as well to supplement the pull-up. And usually that one's more cardio intensive, so I'm counting it as a run. So maybe a little cheating there. But since it's a lot of that movement that's really jumping out, you're doing that whole burpee motion with the kettlebell, yeah, we're gonna count that as your mini parking lot run. So if you wanna do a kettlebell burpee round, a foundation training round, do a few normal rounds, this could be a fun MURPH. I don't wanna overload your brain, I just wanna give you a break so you're not doing something that's very repetitive or something that's very destructive for your body. All right, so easy. Let's grab another band here. You know, the band is really stuck, and the more I think about it, this exercise isn't easy. I like it. You can do it just with a normal band. Or even a towel. The idea is you're going behind the back, you're going into your squat, and your lat pulled down, going overhead. And you could tie the band to 2 kettlebells. That's actually a good shoulder stretch. Even like the 10-pounders here might work. I usually do this with 2 blue bells, a 25 and a 29. I do have 2 29s, so I'll bring my other blue bell in if somebody wants to do this one. Doop, doop, doop. It's not as easy as it looks. Mental game. So we snatch those. A little stretch there. Squat, squat, squat. That pulls out. Ooh. Overhead press. That's where you really feel the lats working is here. Imagine we're doing a pull-up, right? Squeezing at the bottom, just like we're doing with our anchor back extension, prone decompression. Getting that little lat squeeze. Anaconda squeeze. All right, that's it. So please come out. Don't get intimidated by the MURPH. You can do it. Take care. Have a MURPH-tastic May.